the point of this vlog was to kind of show everyone how much it takes to prep for chemo, because TV shows kind of make it seem like you're diagnosed with cancer and then you immediately get chemo and everything is cool and chill and fine, and it is not. It is a lot of paperwork. If I look like a mess, it's because I haven't finished getting ready. It is about 8 in the morning on Tuesday, and I decided I would vlog this week because this week is basically my prep for chemo week, where I have to run around and get stuff done that we need for chemo. Because a lot of people think that once you get a diagnosis, you get chemo almost immediately, and that's really not true. On Friday, I got an echo done. I went to see a doctor for my central line, and yesterday was Monday, and Monday, I basically ended up sleeping more than half of it. I'll probably try and explain what went down. Basically, I got my bone marrow biopsy done, and I'm very resistant to sedatives and anesthesia, so you can see where I'm going with that. So today I have to go to a fertility doctor. My grandma's gonna go with me, and we're gonna discuss options such like freezing my eggs or controlled menopause, see what's best for me. I'm leaning towards controlled menopause because it seems less like invasive and probably cheaper. Once you freeze your eggs, you have to pay to keep them frozen. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hi, it's now Wednesday. I did, however, go to the fertility doctor and we discussed my options, and we all agreed that for my particular chemo and, you know, my age and all of my factors, the best choice would be preservation of fertility with the controlled menopause. He explained that there's other chemos that are way stronger, and that basically there's no question that they would eradicate fertility no matter what precautions you take. And that to me is terrifying, and I feel for those people because I can't imagine going into something just knowing that would be the outcome. It's right now, and this is so hard. He's talking about statistics, and now before only 30% of women remained fertile, and now 94% of women remain fertile if they do the controlled menopause. And you don't want to think about the negative aspect of things, but you can't help but focus on that 6% that's like not mentioned. If maybe you'll be one of those. It's been a tough couple of days. Today I'm not supposed to really have much to do. I went and I got my blood drawn. I got my blood drawn for the Medport surgery that I'm supposed to have on Friday. Hopefully it's all good so the surgery can go on, because I really need that for chemo. Everything's crazy, everything's really hectic. I'll probably see you guys either later today or tomorrow. Hi, it is now Friday. I actually didn't really film anything yesterday. All I did was go to get my second opinion from the other oncologist. He didn't really give me one. It was a weird experience. I don't think I'll go back there again. And then after that, I went to the mall for a little bit just to walk around, and I actually had a really scary experience. I was just walking around the mall and I got fatigued and I couldn't really breathe. I was running out of breath, and then I got really dizzy, and I had to just stop and calm down, and all my nodes in my chest are pretty inflamed right now, because I got taken off all of my sarcoidosis meds since they weren't really helping the lymphoma, but they did help keep the inflammation down at least a little, and now I don't really have them, so it's getting a lot worse. I had to call my oncologist, the one that's gonna treat me, and let him know about that, and he told me that he's gonna try and hurry along all the paperwork so I can try and start chemo next week, because he can't give me anything for the fatigue right now because he doesn't want to add any more medication to my regimen already. I'm already taking a uric acid blocker to try and prevent what is known as tumor lysis syndrome, which is when you start chemo, so many of your cancer cells start dying that it's hard for your body to flush them out, and it could be very toxic to you. Today, I had my med port put in. I have to start taking anticoagulators tomorrow so it doesn't get clogged up, and it'll be ready for chemo whenever I start. Because the doctor wants to start next week, I have to wait in for my healthcare to approve not only my chemo but my fertility injections on the, I think it's Lupron, I think it's called, what they're giving me for the controlled menopause. I have to wait for my healthcare to approve that, and also see how much I have to pay out of pocket, because we're waiting for a healthcare plan that is from the government to kick in. It's basically a like fear diseases healthcare plan. My deductible, they would cover a large sum of that, considering how expensive those drugs are. I mean, one vial is $8,000 and I need 2 vials per session. That's just one of the 4 meds I'll be getting every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks it's $16,000 for one of my 4 medicines. And I have to see how much of that the health insurance will cover, and then how much of the deductible the other health insurance would help us pay. But before starting chemo and all that, I need to make sure to get on the injections to protect my eggs. And yeah, so basically that's what my Thursday consisted of. And now today's Friday, and very early in the morning, I had to be at the hospital at 7 in the morning. I got the med port, and it's right here. And that's why I have this, because I had to get plugged into an IV so they could give me antibiotics and they could give me sedative. That didn't really work again because I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm so bad with sedatives. They just don't work on me. Bad luck, I guess. And tomorrow, I had bought some concert tickets last year with my friend for for Bad Bunny. I make fun of myself for it, but he's really fun, and we had bought some concert tickets last year, and we've been waiting for that since then, and I obviously didn't know all of this would be going on. If I don't end up going, I'll probably just give my ticket to my sister. If I add some clips of the concert, then I went. If I don't add any clips, then I guess I had to stay at home watching Netflix and eating ice cream. Next week I'm supposed to go back to class, hopefully at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because Thursday and Friday I have some doctor's appointments again, because I don't think I've mentioned this, but my school is 2.5 hours away from where I'm receiving treatment. So that's basically the whole problem of why it's going to be so hard for me to stay in school while I receive treatment. It's how far away it is. But I emailed most of my professors, and most of them were on board with sending me material or just having me, receive the notes from other people and try and keep up, and just traveling to take exams whenever I can. But not all of them were as understanding. I'm supposed to graduate in May, so I need to be able to pass all of these classes, because if I don't, then I can't graduate. And if I can't graduate, then I can't go to med school in August. So hopefully we can come to an agreement, but we'll see what happens. Really, the point of this vlog was to kind of show everyone how much it takes to prep for chemo, because TV shows kind of make it seem like you're diagnosed with cancer and then you immediately get chemo and everything is cool and chill and fine, and it is not. It is a lot of paperwork, Actually, I forgot to mention that Thursday, I also, after everything, had to go to the hospital to work on some health insurance forms because the claim hadn't gone through to my health insurance for my Medport surgery. So my health insurance was saying that they never received anything, so they couldn't approve anything. So I was like in danger of them canceling my surgery. So I had to stay there and call a bunch of numbers and basically just resolve the whole situation because everyone at the hospital was busy and they were like, well, you're the one who doesn't want us to cancel your surgery, therefore you should be the one to fix this problem, which, I mean, it's kind of your job, but okay. I obviously don't want to have my surgery canceled because then I can't have chemo. So it is crazy how hectic chemo prep is, from fertility treatments to surgery to CTs to just like a bunch of different doctor's appointments. And it's like all throughout this, you feel sick. I feel sick. I feel tired and fatigued, and I have trouble breathing, and I just have to get all this done, because if I don't get all this done, then I can't get my treatment. And like 90% of chemo prep week is worrying about health insurance claims and deductibles and will it cover, will it not cover, how much do I have to pay out of pocket. It's just so crazy to me that that's the healthcare system that we currently have, because you'd think that my biggest worry right now would be the fact that I have cancer and that I need chemotherapy, and that is actually not my biggest worry right now at all. All I'm saying is, Alexandra Ocasio, I'm rooting for you, girl.